Let's talk about why so many group fitness class instructors are white. Let's start.
All right, y'all, this is going to be a little bit of a story time. My name is Lesline. I am a certified yoga instructor. I'm also a registered nurse. And I wanted to just share my experience on why I decided to become a certified yoga instructor. And it mostly, my God, I'm so oily, y'all. But it mostly has to do with being the only one in yoga spaces. So I started my personal yoga practice in 2009. Specifically, it was a Bikram hot yoga class. If you live in Orlando, Florida, and you've been here for a minute, it was the Bikram hot yoga studio across from the Fashion Square Mall. It's no longer here. That's a whole nother conversation. But I was somebody that I went to that yoga studio, and I'm going to say this. I went with one of my white friends at the time. She was the one that was like, hey, Lesline, like, let's go do this hot yoga class. Because at that time, I used to do like all these different fitness classes with her. So we go, we do it, and I walk out of that yoga class sweaty as hell, but I felt transformed. And if you roll your eyes at that, you don't get it. But if you're like, girl, I get you. And it doesn't even have to be with yoga. It could be something else that you did in life that you're like, oh my God, like this experience transformed my life. And that was what that yoga class was for me. I immediately got a membership. I was there every day. This was also right after I graduated high school. It was the summer that I had graduated from high school, so I had nothing but time. And I just loved the structure of Bikram hot yoga. I loved the heat. Mind you, I live in Florida. It's hot as hell, but I'm somebody, I love to sweat. It's in my Caribbean roots. Like, I just love the heat. And I loved how it detoxified, blah, blah, blah. There was just so much things. And I just loved how every time I took this class, I felt so, so good. So let's get to what she was saying in the beginning of the video. Yes, I was always the only one, but there's a lot to this. There's a lot to unpack with this. I'm used to being the only one. And it's kind of like when you say this out loud, like as a Black woman, you're like, damn, like my whole life I've just been used to it. Then you kind of suppress, then you kind of code switch, then you kind of, and you just suppress who you truly are till you can't even recognize who you are, right? Anyways, I say all of that to say I didn't care that I was the only one, because like taking the yoga classes at that place, it made me feel good. And in a long story long kind of way, yoga is what brought me back to God. That didn't happen till like 5 years ago, okay? And you can do the math, because I said 2009 and now here I'm in 2025 and I'm like, 5 years ago is when I came back to God and found my own relationship with God. Okay, so when it comes to when you go to these group yoga classes, and if you look like me, or group fitness classes, and you're like, damn, why is it just me? Or maybe even ask friends and they're like, I ain't gonna go to that, it's just gonna be a bunch of white people. Y'all know how it goes, right? I was like once, and I want to say this, I actually got a yoga scholarship, a yoga teacher scholarship in 2020 after everything that went down with 2020. The yoga studio that I got the scholarship from, they're like, we want to be more inclusive. And so they were like, all you got to do is be Black and we're going to give you this scholarship. That's a whole nother story of how I got that opportunity. That was nothing but God. And like she says, if you watch the full video, yoga teacher training is thousands of dollars. So for that to literally fall in my lap, that was God. Like, that was God. So I did the certification like super, well, I don't want to say quick, but I just absorbed it like a sponge. Mind you, I had two kids, two infants. My son was 2.5 or something, and my daughter was like months old, but I didn't care. I just was like, I want to know why this yoga thing makes me feel so good. Yes, I'm a nurse, so I have that medical side of things, but I was like, this yoga thing, why does it make me feel good? And I want other people to feel good like I am. So all of that to say, as a new mom, I was struggling heavy, right? And in this time, I'm getting certified as a yoga instructor, and I'm going through my own postpartum stuff. And that's how I found my niche, because I was like, as I was struggling, and also it was just 2020, so it was just hard for everybody. I feel like I have something on my face. Sorry, guys. I say all that to say I was like, oh, my niche is new moms, specifically Black new moms. I want to show Black new moms how they can put themselves first through the use of yoga. That's my long story long. Like, if you're still here, amazing. I can go more in depth if you have other questions, but that's also the reason why I started my new YouTube channel at Yoga with Lesline, where I show new moms how to put themselves first through the use of yoga.